Ever met someone who seems perfectly normal at first, only to find out they have the strangest habits that make you do a double take? Enter the Sigma male, a walking paradox wrapped in mystery. These guys break all the social rules, but not in a loud, rebellious way. No, they do it quietly, making you wonder, is this guy a genius, or is he just messing with the rest of us? Sigma males aren't here to impress anyone. They live in their own world, follow their own rhythm, and frankly couldn't care less about fitting in. But the weird part, the things they do don't just catch you off guard. They make you stop and think, WTF did I just witness? So buckle up. These aren't your typical lone wolf traits we've all heard a million times. We're diving into 13 truly bizarre, head-scratching behaviors that only a Sigma male can pull off. From their obsession with discomfort to their alien-like detachment from everything normal, get ready to question everything you thought you knew about human behavior. By the end, you'll either want to high-five these guys or slowly back away, maybe both. So, gents, stick with me until the end. The last point will definitely hit home, and don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Number 13. They read people like a book. One of the most unsettling things about Sigma males is how effortlessly they can read people, as if they're flipping through a book. No small talk needed. Within minutes of meeting someone, they've already figured out what makes them tick, their hidden insecurities, and even what they're not saying. It's like they have an invisible scanner that picks up on all the little signals most people miss. And here's the freaky part, they don't even have to try. While the rest of us are still trying to remember someone's name, they've already mapped out their entire personality. It's not like they're doing it to be manipulative, it's just how their brains work. They're hyper-aware of body language, tone, and those little micro-expressions most of us don't even know we're making. They can tell when someone's nervous, lying, or putting on a front, and they file all that information away without saying a word. What's even weirder is that they don't usually call people out on what they've figured out. They just sit back and observe, maybe dropping a subtle comment here or there to show they know more than they're letting on. It's both impressive and a little unnerving, like being around someone who knows your secrets before you've even opened your mouth. Number 12. They're a step ahead but will never show it. Sigma males operate on a completely different level, but you'd never know it unless you look closely. It's like they're playing 4D chess while everyone else is stuck on checkers. They have a quiet way of being a step ahead, seeing moves before they happen, yet they don't feel the need to flaunt it. You'll be having a normal conversation, thinking you've got them figured out, and then bam, they drop a subtle comment that makes you realize there's a whole layer of thought going on behind those calm, unbothered eyes. And the thing is, they're not trying to prove anything. They're just wired to think several steps ahead, and it's as natural to them as breathing. What's really wild is how they keep these plans within plans so under wraps. They're not the type to broadcast their moves or strategies. In fact, they'll let you think you've caught up, that you're on the same wavelength, but deep down there's always more going on behind the scenes, stuff they've calculated, predicted, and accounted for without mentioning a word. You never truly know what a Sigma male is thinking, but trust me, they've already anticipated your next 5 moves. The kicker, they'll never rub it in your face. They'll just sit back, let things play out, and remain 2 steps ahead the whole time. Number 11. They predict outcomes with disturbing accuracy. One of the strangest and most unsettling traits of Sigma males is their uncanny ability to predict outcomes with disturbing accuracy. They're not sitting there with crystal balls or anything. Instead, they have an almost sixth sense for reading the room and understanding how people tick. It's like their human radar, picking up on subtle cues and patterns that most folks completely overlook. You might think you're in control of a situation, but they're already 10 steps ahead, nodding along while internally calculating the likely outcomes. You'll see them analyze situations in real time, and just when you think they're being aloof, they drop a bombshell. You know, I give it a week before they start arguing, or mark my words, that plan is going to fall apart. And it's not just wild guessing, they have an eerie knack for being spot on. It's like they're watching a movie where they know the ending before the credits roll, and you're just there, clueless and munching popcorn. What makes this trait even weirder is that they don't flaunt it. They'll sit back, observing as events unfold, sometimes with a smirk, like they're in on a joke you haven't caught yet. And when their predictions come true, they act like it's no big deal, leaving you to wonder if they're part wizard or just really good at reading people. It's both impressive and slightly disconcerting, making you wonder what else they might know that you're completely oblivious to. Number 10. They're time travelers in their own minds. Sigma males have this strange, almost sci-fi ability to live in multiple timelines at once. And no, they're not secretly auditioning for the next time travel movie. In their heads, they're constantly jumping between past, present, and future like flipping channels on a TV. One moment they're replaying an awkward conversation from 2 years ago, thinking about all the better comebacks they could have had. The next, they're fast-forwarding to what their life will look like in 5 years if they make a certain decision today. It's like they're running their own mental simulations, testing out different paths and outcomes before they ever take a single step. They don't dwell on mistakes in the usual way either. It's more like they're time travelers who stop by the past, tweak the memory a little, then return to the present with new insights. They've already lived the alternative timelines in their heads. So when they finally act, it's with a kind of clarity that leaves everyone else scratching their heads, wondering how they always seem one step ahead. But here's where it gets weird. This isn't just some overthinking spiral. It's almost like they've hacked into time itself, weaving between realities to fine-tune their present decisions. To them, time is more like a suggestion than a rule. They're not trapped in the now like the rest of us. They're bending it, playing with it, using it to their advantage in ways that would leave most people's brains exhausted. Point 9. They memorize random useless information as mental training. Sigma males have a knack for memorizing what most of us would deem utterly useless information, and it's a strange sight to behold. While you might struggle to remember where you parked your car or what day of the week it is, these guys are out there committing the entire periodic table to memory. Why? Because for them, it's not just about trivia. It's a quirky form of mental training that keeps their brains sharp and agile. Imagine them casually reciting the order of US presidents while you're just trying to figure out if you left the oven on. They'll also keep track of the exact number of steps in the hallways they walk through. It sounds bizarre, right? But to them, it's all part of a larger game, one where they're constantly exercising their cognitive muscles, almost like a mental gym routine. They love the challenge, and while others roll their eyes at their obsession, Sigma males are quietly sharpening their minds. This habit might look like a bizarre party trick, but it serves a purpose. It's about conditioning their brains to think quickly and retain information, which can come in handy when faced with complex problems or when they need to make split-second decisions. So, while everyone else is busy scrolling through memes, Sigma males are diving into the deep end of mental training, one random fact at a time. It may seem pointless to the untrained eye, but for them, it's just another way to level up in the game of life. Point 8. They engage in solitary rituals. Sigma males are known for their unique way of navigating life, and one of their quirkiest traits is their penchant for solitary rituals. These aren't just random habits, they're like secret handshakes with themselves. Picture this: every morning, a Sigma male might spend a few extra minutes arranging items on their desk in a particular order. It's not about making it look tidy, it's about establishing a sense of order that fuels their day. To the outside world, this might seem like a weird obsession, but for them, it's a grounding exercise that sets the tone for what's to come. Evening strolls become another canvas for their rituals. They might take the same route every night, not for exercise, but because it provides a comforting predictability in an unpredictable world. As they walk, they may mentally sort through their day or ponder future plans, all while enjoying the rhythm of their routine. What's truly strange is how little they feel the need to explain these rituals. To them, these practices are deeply personal, like a meditation that doesn't require an audience. While others might feel pressured to justify their habits or share the meaning behind them, Sigma males simply embrace their idiosyncrasies without a second thought. This not only highlights their independence but also their inner world, where the need for explanation fades away in favor of just being. For a Sigma male, these solitary moments are where they recharge, reflect, and realign with themselves, and that's what makes these quirky rituals a central part of who they are. 7. Hyper-independent yet craving deep connection. Sigma males are content with solitude but secretly desire meaningful, deep connections. They shun superficial interactions, preferring authentic conversations that challenge their intellect. While they won't chase relationships, they welcome deep bonds that form naturally. Point 6. Emotionally unreachable yet deeply empathetic. Though emotionally elusive, Sigma males possess a profound empathy for others. They keep their own feelings guarded but can keenly understand others' emotions, often offering quiet support and insights without openly displaying their empathy. Point 5. Obsessive over small, random details. Sigma males notice minor details others overlook, finding meaning in the small stuff. They use this attentiveness to connect dots and discern patterns, giving them unique insights into people and situations. 4. They disappear without explanation. Sigma males often vanish from social circles without warning to recharge in solitude. Their disappearances aren't meant to offend. They simply value their alone time and return when they feel ready. 3. Hate being controlled but love self-discipline. Sigma males resist external control but are dedicated to self-discipline. They thrive on setting personal goals and sticking to them, seeing self-discipline as a form of empowerment and mastery over their lives. 2. Uncomfortable situations are their playground. While others avoid discomfort, Sigma males seek it out to grow. They view challenging situations as opportunities to sharpen their mental resilience and test their limits. 1. Love-hate relationship with social media. Sigma males use social media selectively, often lurking rather than sharing. They see it as a tool for observing behavior rather than an extension of themselves and don't let it influence their self-worth. And there you have it, 13 truly bizarre traits of Sigma males that will make you say, WTF. So, what do you think? Do you agree or disagree with these points? Let's talk about it in the comments below.